All right, guys, real quick, I forgot to throw something in there at the end, so I'm just gonna put this on the back side. You guys, I don't know if you noticed the shirt or not. If you probably follow this channel, you're probably already following his. If you're not, you should. But Chris Sullivan has got some awesome merchandise, some cool auto, garage, car-inspired clothing. This is the Brotella. It fits great. The quality's awesome. The fabric is great. So yeah, huge shout out to Chris Sullivan. I mean, he's nailing it. His show, his channel's doing great, and now he's got just spot on merchandise. So if you guys are in the market for some cool stuff, I think it's $25, not crazy expensive, totally worth it. Thumbs up from here at SVT Garage. So, good morning, guys. It's Chris.
It's Caden.
And today's SVT Garage. Sunday morning. This is literally Sunday morning. I just got off a shift, came home. It's been a crazy week again. You guys see the slow parts on the table. We'll get to all that. And I was really wanting to get the podcast stuff out, so we're doing it this morning. My son's helping me out. Ryan, unfortunately, is out of town. He's up in Washington. Washington, D.C. So he actually, flight should be taking off in about an hour and a half, and he'll be home this afternoon. So got my son here today because I want to get into kind of his car too. And you saw it on one of the shorts. You've seen it in a couple of videos. He's got that supercharged Saturn. So we'll get into that, get the parts table going here, and a couple things I want to touch base on in just the Cobra community itself, because we kind of ran into a snag this week on a friend's car. A friend is super upset, and I'm not going to call anybody out. That's not for me to do. If he wanted to go that route, that's on him. But I just more of like let's call it a buyer beware type of situation, and then we'll kind of talk about what's going on with SVT Garage, where we're at, and what we have coming up, because we have some we have some cool stuff moving forward in the channel. So first off, good morning, Sunday, and thank you guys for watching. First of all, second of all, you guys notice we have a slew of parts on the table, and we have been just kind of going heavy on Ryan's cars. And I think it's awesome, especially his Redfire. Majority of the parts on the table here are going on that car. He was going back and forth on doing the blue valve cover and the red valve cover, or the black valve cover on the red. I have the wrinkled black on my Cobra. I told him I think either one is going to look good. We set the blue kind of in the engine bay and step back, each of us, and the blue looks really good with the Redfire. It almost gives that like Superman vibe. And obviously we know the black looks awesome because that's what I have in my car. So he's not sure which route he's going to go. These ones are actually sold anyway, so if we did go black, we'd have to get another set. This set sold. We still have the blue ones available, and so if you're interested in the blue valve covers, this is all freshly done. We see you got the supercharged pulley there, the platinum, the valve covers. We have the expansion tanks. And my buddy's been doing this for us. He's been powder coating for about 5 or 6 years. So shout out to Jason up at his shop up in Brooksville, Clean Pros. And if you guys are interested in any powder coating, the guy is just spot on. He's there. Him and his wife are doing killer work out there. And give them a shout. I'll try to get some information so I can put it in the link or in the description. I'll try to get a link, and you guys can hit them up if you're in the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Hernando, Pasco area. They're located in Brooksville, which is in Hernando. So they're worth the drive. They don't sit on your parts for weeks and weeks on end. They get it back to you in days, and the qualities we're putting on our cars, if that says something. I'm not just saying that because he's my friend. But we got some of these parts from, like we were saying in one of the other videos, where our group of individuals that are in our area, we recycle parts through each other. And these ones were picked up from Robert. Robert got them to Ryan, and basically we just kind of brought them back to life. They were in some rough shape. The paint on them was peeling, so we went the powder route, and they look fantastic. You guys see the pulley guard here. These turned out amazing. This looks awesome. We set one up on Ryan's car. He's got the 3-liter Whipple, and it works. You do got to take off this back bracket here, and I'm thinking about installing one on my car just because it's got that classic look to it, and you can get it to fit. You cannot get it to work with the Metco tensioner pulley. So if you are trying to run something like this and you are running a tensioner pulley, you got to get the Whipple tensioner, and it fits with this because that's what Ryan has on the silver car. That's what the red car is getting, and both his cars are getting the pulley covers installed. The red one has it, but it's got it's just that stock finish. The wrinkle black looks good, so I'm excited to see how these look on our cars. But again, we got the plenum for his car done, and this is just all the parts that we could fit on the table. And anyways, guys, if you're looking for some powder coat stuff, Jason, Gina at Clean Pros, where you got to go. Moving forward, we are going to be in Daytona for Mustangs of Daytona. We're super excited. We have our place booked. We're going to be there for majority of the time. You guys can catch us at the Terminator meet, and we will be there for the big show on Saturday. So keep a lookout for SVT Garage. Our guys will be dropping our location where we're going to be at when we get there. So if you guys want to come check out the cars, maybe do like a little meet and greet, we'll be there. I guess just kind of stay tuned in for that. That is October, coming up in a little over a month. So we're excited for that. It's going to be our first event, getting the cars out, trailering them up there. That's why you guys also saw us going full-fledged on these our car haulers, because when we get the cars on there, we just want to go back and forth without any real issues, and getting those things dialed in the way they are is it's going to help out a ton, just in case we have something kind of come up. We got the race ramps, we got the winches, we got the solar panels, batteries, the tow straps, you name it. The trailers are equipped with it so that when we go on these events that we're trying to do more, we really don't have any hiccups. My son's car here, you guys have seen in the couple of videos. You got the 04?
Mm-hmm.
So it's an 04 Saturn Ion Redline.
Yeah.
Supercharged, 2.0 liter. It's their good motor. It's Ecotech. It's got that little, roots on there. And we are, 17. Mm-hmm. I think it's a cool car for a 17-year-old. We were going to do that 99 Cobra with Joe. It just, the cars, the more that we looked into it, if it was for me and we could build it on the side of the channel, it'd be an awesome car to kind of get our hands on. But being that he's 17, needs a daily driver, something reliable. I think the project for a daily driver car was a little much for him. Down the road, if he has this car and wants to get a project car, then sure, we can go that route. But I just think for just for the reliability, that's kind of why we went away from that car, and he ended up with the Saturn. We went to Georgia to get it because they are kind of hard to find. I think they only made like 5,500 of them.
Yeah.
So low production numbers on those cars to begin with, and we found a pretty clean one. Ryan and I did some extensive work on it. It's got new clutch. It's got new brakes all the way around it. We dropped that OTTP, short throw shifter in it. So the car's coming along. It's pretty cool. It's got factory Recaro seats. And next up on the chopping block is put new tires on it and paint.
Rims.
We're going to do rims and tires. Okay. So we got rims, tires, and paint.
Yep.
And kind of what are you thinking with that? How are you enjoying it?
What do you mean?
The car.
The car? Oh, yeah. It's awesome. I love how it drives.
Yeah.
The supercharger sounds really good.
It's basically a mini
Hellcat.
Terminator. We don't see a mini Hellcat in this house because the Terminator was before the Hellcat.
Okay,
Hellcat sense. Came after. So he's still learning. He's still young. He's still learning. Mini
Termy.
perfect. And it's got the cool little blower on top. I think it's an Eaton as well. I think it is an Eaton, which is the same supercharger that the Terminators come with. Lightnings. They use those. Eaton did a lot of cars. They did the Buicks, Saturn, our cars. It's just the list goes on. And then kind of found out something interesting about the GM and the I can't whatever
Cobalt.
The Cobalt. What was the other one? The HHR, and then the Saturn. They came with those supercharged applications. After Saturn went out of business, those Cobalts and the HHRs, they went turbo. Because Chevy lost the contract with Eaton, and they had no choice but to go turbo. So it's kind of funny how halfway through the production line there, they kind of had to switch power router application. So that's kind of why you see a lot of people thought like, oh, well, because the turbo ended up being better or whatever. But I think the supercharger is a little cooler. I like I like how they sound. I like how they are instant. You can get good power out of them. Obviously, the turbos historically make a little more power, but when you're running around on the street, I think it sounds great. You know, it's got full exhaust. What else you got on there? Injectors.
Mini smaller pulley.
He's got the two. I think that one's a 2.9 pulley. Injectors. Not ready for him to do E85 yet. I think that will really help that car out a lot. Again, it's a daily. We have E85 around, but with him being young, I don't want that mistake of filling the tank with the wrong fuel just yet. So we're gonna stick with 93.
We could get more horsepower if we not really take apart the engine, but ZZP makes some what was it? The heads of the piston. They make those.
They make pistons. They do a whole rotating
camshaft.
assembly. You can do the cams in it, but again, I think your best option moving forward with the car is upgrade the supercharger and do E85. Probably put the car somewhere around 400 at the tire.
1320 makes a supercharger.
Yeah,
Expensive.
They are expensive. I think they're like $4,000.
Yeah, $3,000.
But at that point, if you did the supercharger, did E85, I think if you kept that thing around 400 wheel.
400?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think he's probably around 250 or 275 now, somewhere around.
Yeah.
Being generous on that, I'm not 100% sure. I would like to get it on the dyno, and actually because it's kind of a box tune on the car out from ZZP, so it'd be nice that's just a download tune that they preset. I don't believe the car was dyno tuned, so I would like to get it dialed in or have a nice remote tune done to it, and then we can dyno it whichever way we go. But kind of got some cool stuff coming for that car. They make a lot of parts for it. That Ecotech platform. It's pretty popular, and it's cool to see that there's this company out there, OTTP, ZZP, still. That's the other thing is we did the ZZP. What do you call them? I'm having a brain fart right now.
Where's it going?
The CV axles.
Oh, CV axles.
So yes. we had a huge problem with the Duralast CV axles.
Thank you, Duralast.
We would test drive the car. It's a CV axle. It's pretty plug and play at that point. The first CV axle we put about 10 miles on because I was resetting the trip because we were trying to break in the clutch, and I just was keeping an eye on the miles. We went 10 miles, made a U-turn, and it snapped. Second one, we did 100 miles, and it snapped. Said, screw it, let's get the ZZP, because when we got them in, they are noticeably beefier. And it's been a couple hundred miles. It's probably been 500 or 600 miles, and
right now it's 1,000.
It's 1,000? Okay,
yeah.
So knock on wood, that ZZP is doing the job. So shout out to ZZP for that. So we got some stuff coming down the line on his tuner car there. I think it'll be cool. and it's kind of nice to see you following a little along in the car community. Because again, I started young too, 15. I bought my first car, and I was always into cars, and that was primarily from my dad. Like, he definitely was where my love of cars came in. So it's cool to see that you following.
Yeah.
So, but so keeping, we'll get that thing on the channel. He's got his own channel, which I don't even know what it is now because you keep changing the name.
No, it's I have to work on it. It's not on right now because
I thought you had.
It was. I changed it.
It was Car Kid Whipple.
It was. Now I changed it. Boost to Redline because it's supercharger.
Sure.
But I took it down because I need to restart on it. Stupid stuff. Stupid YouTube videos I made when I was younger.
So you wanted to.
I'm trying to put it towards my car because
the other stuff you
previous had. wasn't even towards it, and I ruined it. So maybe when I get my other phone,
you can start.
I'll start making videos because right now
you're taking a break.
Yeah, I can't do that right now.
All right. Well, in the future.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of Instagram, I see. Instagram.
For what?
You're posting videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 channels. One, my main one, and then
the car one.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, just when you're ready, we'll show you how to do some editing.
Yeah, that'd be
because
cool.
guys, that is that was probably my biggest learning curve on doing YouTube was editing. It's tough. Trying to find the music, trying to cut the videos, uploading them. It took me a day just to figure out how to get the video from my phone to the editing software. I'll give you guys a little secret. Download your videos to Google Drive. Have Google Drive on your computer. Then you just upload that from the editing app, and you just download what's on the computer, and it's right there. It took me not a day. I literally spent a couple hours trying to figure it out because I couldn't. The videos were too large to just transfer straight to the computer. So I had to go the whole route. It was hard, but anyways. So when you're ready, when you're at that point, we can get that dialed in.
Okay.
The other real quick too. Shout out Live Pure Coffee. If you're looking for a smooth, very it's really good coffee. A little expensive. I probably won't buy it as much as I'd like to because it's like $35-$40 for 20 cups. These guys came into the fire station, had a whole spiel. I was like, hey, whatever, I'll try a box. It's really good coffee. It's smooth, and it's like mushroom based. So if you guys are coffee drinkers, Live Pure, highly recommend it. Again, just a little on the expensive side. I'm used to Cafe Bustelo, and it's like $5 and you can make 100 pots. So that's kind of where I'm at, but I am enjoying this. This is good coffee. Now, one of the topics, the buyer beware topic of today. You guys saw us working on the white Oxford Cobra. That car has 19,000 miles. So, in my opinion, should be cherry. Right? Would you agree?
The Fox body?
No, the Oxford white car. It's low mileage. I'm saying it should be pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Right. So we had to take the bumper off the car because there were some issues when whoever transported it made a few mistakes, and the car bucked forward and scratched the front bumper up. So Ryan and I pulled the bumper off, and we were going to take it to Gray. You guys know Gray. He's a fantastic painter. I sent him some pictures. He said, sure, drop it off. I'll get it fixed. Not a big deal. But a couple red flags right off the bat. Daniel, who's had the car for a handful of years, bought the car from a Florida-based Cobra guy. Again, I'm not trying to throw stones or call anybody out. It's just kind of messed up. And if Daniel and Ryan wanted to get more into that, because they were pretty heated, and I understand why. More Daniel than us, but we took the bumper off, and right off the roof, we noticed that the headlights weren't factory; they were aftermarket. So that's kind of a red flag, but maybe not, because maybe the car sat outside and the headlights, kind of turned or whatever. Like they do. It's common. So I don't know how the car was stored before he got it. Whatever, headlights were switched out. Red flag number one. Red flag number two, the fog lights were not OEM. Pull off the bumper. The bumper is not OEM. So the whole front of the car on a 19,000 mile Cobra is not OEM, which is a huge problem, because you guys know how much those bumpers go for. Stock and complete. Prices on them have gone way up. You can get them aftermarket, but if you're trying to keep that OEM vibe, and it does, obviously retain the value of the car, that's a problem. Number two, kind of looking into it, those headlights pull a lot of money. You can't get a set of headlights cheap anymore, especially OEM. And so we're starting to see a trend here. Pulling the bumper apart, we were told that we had to fix the driver's side mounting tab because it was, quote unquote, the bolts, the way it was assembled to the car, there's something wrong with the bolt. It wasn't lined up right, or the nut wasn't on there correctly, and we were going to adjust that and fix it. Well, we take it off, and right off the bat, I'm like, bro, this isn't something. This bumper's been repainted, because the brackets were completely sprayed over white, and from the factory, they're not color matched. So right there is a red flag. Start taking off disassembling it so we can drop it off at paint, and notice that the fog lights aren't factory, and the chin spoiler's not factory, and now the bumper's not factory. And what the bumper was put together with was like random household screws and bolts and nuts and everything. That was just everything was mismatched. If I remember right, the fog lights were drilled into the bumper using Tapcons, which you guys know it's a concrete screw. So Ryan is noticing this a little. He's picking up on it real quick, and he's like, I got to call Daniel. This is messed up. So non-OEM bumper, was said that the bumper only needed to be adjusted and then be fine. Somehow, I can't even figure out how they did it. They must have dropped the driver's side, took the wheel off and took out the fender liner to get up in there, because the mounting bolt on those brackets they don't come off. They're affixed to that bracket. This was a bolt that was shoved in the hole, and the reason why it was lined up so crappy was because it wouldn't go straight. It was at an angle, so that was pushing the bumper forward, which gave it this hellacious gap. So with the damage on the bumper, with the bumper not being an OEM, we called Daniel and said, hey, let's pause on dropping the bumper off. We recommend just buying a new one, because this thing it would need more work than it's worth. So Daniel, which I understand, man, I'd be so upset too that he got a new bumper, get all the new stuff coming in, and we're gonna get that thing dropped off the paint, get the car back together, because you saw we fixed that thing. Ryan fixed in 15-20 minutes, and he's itching to drive the car at its potential, because when he got that blower off of Ryan didn't install it, and he had him and some friends do it. No big deal. There were some vacuum lines backwards, not a problem. And Ryan noticed it real quick, fixed it. We test drove it, and car is an animal. But what I'm trying to say is, beware if you're paying or buying or paying top dollar for a car, any car, especially, I'm saying the Cobras, because that's kind of what we're involved in. Low mileage, there's some things right off the bat that you want to look at, and you can see real quickly. Headlights, it'll be stamped forward on the back side of the headlight, like where the amber reflector is. It'll say forward there, so you can check that out real quick. The fog lights are made by a company, I think it starts with a V, Vallejo. I think they're Vallejo. That's the factory fog lights for that. And the chin spoiler, that'll be stamped forward, and the bumper, you have to take it off, but on the inside it'll be stamped forward as well. So I feel bad for him because these issues suck because he's kind of lied to, and unfortunately he's going to spend more money on kind of making it right. But I guess the moral of the story is just you can't just it sucks, and now in today's days you can't just take someone's word for it. You gotta unless you really know him, you gotta kind of do some investigating. And he kind of got burned. I feel bad for him, but it's at the house. It's going to get made right, and when the car goes back to him, it's going to be spot on. But again, I don't want to say the guy's name. He is pretty big in the Cobra community. Does a lot of parting. Does a lot of selling car. The problem is there's a lot of parts sold. There's a lot of car being sold, and I'd hate to see somebody else run into the same thing. So just be careful, whether it's here in Florida or you're up in Michigan. Just keep an eye out, and sucks. So, but moving forward, I just want to say, guys, we have a lot of stuff coming up on the channel. The Fox body's wrapping up. We have shout out to LMR. Their die for their plastics is pretty awesome. I mean, I was laying the die down. The next video coming in, it's going to be a lot of work done. So we sprayed the panel. We did a test panel, the center console, because it was bad. It was in rough shape. Cleaned it, dried it, sprayed it, and it looks like it rolled off the showroom floor in 1988. So we're really excited. We got the new carpet in there. The seats we cleaned, pressure washed them. They look amazing. The car is going to be so nice once it's completed, and we're looking forward to getting that thing down the road to get into the next project. And that's the next subject here is once we get the Fox gone, we're going to get into another project. Me and him were talking, and we're thinking maybe a new edge, doing a cool new edge build, maybe some quick bolt-on stuff, and see where it goes from there. But you guys know we're starting to kind of do some customer stuff here, and if you are in the area, you need some quick stuff done, and you can trust us with your cars. I think we've kind of shown that. Let us know, bring the car by, and we'll get it done. And once we get a shop, we're in with talks with a couple people looking right now. So we're just, again, I keep saying the biggest issue is these guys out here say no mechanics, and it's kind of like, I get it, but we're not really doing the mechanic. We're not running a mechanic shop. We're running like a fun shop for ourselves. But anyway, so we're looking for that, and so stay tuned. That's the only thing holding us up now is finding one. But we will be doing more builds once that happens, because we'll have a lift, we'll have the space, and we'll have the room to do it. That's our biggest hang up right now. So, but thank you guys for watching, tuning in, and following along. The channel's been growing, so I definitely appreciate it. Brian appreciates it. We all do, and we like what we're seeing. So throw us a like, share if you guys can. Hit that subscribe button, helps us out a ton, and it just keeps us motivated and gives us more opportunities, so we do appreciate it. But enjoy your guys' Sunday. It's Chris.
Jaden.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.